could never deny us. I'm removing the scales from my eyes. I see through the lies they pop. Piper, warfare with spiritual force, just fighting the demons, really for lifers. Karma, with your energy harness. If I'm back in the corner, I might get it clicking until I just feel a nirvana. I see blood in the water, homies are gone, he couldn't see the piranhas. Got it hot as Nevada, I'm from the bottom, on treacherous timing. They'll pop your melon in front of those seeds over that beef and broccoli. He poked his chest, now he can't breathe over that ego popping. I put that glass on my wrist and went window shopping. Gotta sow your seeds, they wouldn't believe on all of the fruits that blossom. Got the enemy toppled, I got the energy turning like 20 more notches. I've been trusting the process, no other option really is bigger than me. Got infinity stones inside of me deep, and I let the chakras speak. I will not retreat, you can never compete, your flesh is way too weak. I've been healing, building, shedding skin till I make my way up. I'm mocking, stepping, repping, flow electric, time for the wake up. Got rid of them leeches, weakness, ain't no breaching, God is beside us. Still ride with a in the fleece, I'ma up my piece if you trying to divide us. Still count my blessings, lessons, by confessions, go to the high up. These ain't come from the cause, we different in breed, could never deny us. I'm removing the scales from my eyes, I see through the lies they pop. Piper, warfare with spiritual force, just fighting the demons, really for lifers. I was stuck in the state of me trying to survive. I was ready to rise and ready to thrive and cut off the poisonous ties. Ain't no heart in the game, but even the courage we live in the wizard of Oz. Get the money and change, we ruin the vibes and checking and jiving. In a turbulent time, and we need a spiritual teaching to keep us alive. No more selling us lies or selling beside me while the enemy hide. Yeah, I'm feeling a change in order. Treading dangerous waters. The demise of falsely idols. Get exposed through cold and morals. Ooh. I get the remedy, God is the centerpiece. Pray for my enemies, pray for my enemies. I get the tendency, you kinda finicky, huh? Dot on his head, dot on his nose. Follow the lamb, don't follow the goat. Pray for the homie, he died from. I've been healing, building, shedding skin till I make my way up. I'm mocking, stepping, repping, flow electric. Time for the wake up. Got rid of them leeches, weakness, ain't no breaching. God is beside us. Still ride with a cook in the fleece, I'ma up my piece if you trying to divide us. Still count my blessings, lessons, by confessions, go to the high up. These ain't come from the cause, we different in breed, could never deny us. I'm removing the scales from my eyes, I see through the lies they pop. Piper, warfare with spiritual force, just fighting the demons, really for lifers. Poses.
As the sun starts to set, we're going to see how much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we're ready for an entertaining battle between our visitors and our home team. Well, a tough start for both of these teams, still searching for their first one of the season as we get going in Week 3. Here's Greg Dortch with the return. Making some progress here. Races past midfield. He does it. Touchdown. The Armadillos go up 6-0 here in the first. On is Chad Ryland for the point after. Oh, and it's no good. So an early hiccup after the touchdown as the score will stay at 6-0. Wasn't accurate on the extra point, but he should be able to keep this between the sidelines, hopefully, as he sends this away. Isaac Garindo to return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
His guys take over first and 10 at their own.
Offense out now to get us started. It's first and 10. Now here's Cam Scandal on the ground. And he drives that club backward on a gain of 4. 4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Sanders. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards. Penalty almost gave him a new set of downs, Brock. After the flag, all they need is a yard here on third.
Cougar 19, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready.
They'll run here following the penalty. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
That's one as a running back in this league, you got to convert every time. Teams really don't care if you're a Hall of Famer or an undrafted rookie. You can't get 1 yard for a first, they're going to start holding auditions for someone who can.
To the air on first down. Sanders. He rolls to his right. Finds his man. It's Ricky Pearsall. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll give him a first down.
First down 10 at the 47.
It's got to do now from the gun. And he hits the lane for 9 into enemy territory. After a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that first down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready.
On second down, Robinson. They stopped him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. Third down coming up.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Here we go.
Sneak here, Sanders. And they're going to down by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs. A successful opening drive, nearing field goal range now. It's first down at the 41.
First down.
Hot
First and 10
70,
at
hot
the
70.
41-yard line.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
And go play action for Sanders. Bails out of the pocket quick. Moving right, airs it out down this big gain downfield. And they're going to be working from the red zone as he reaches the 16. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
First down.
Ready,
First
ready.
and 10 at the
From the red
16.
zone now. Connection made with his running back. This is Cam Scatteroo. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Scatteroo here on first and goal. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal. Now from the 6 after that last play. Here's second and goal.
Ready. Hey, check Viking. Hey, check, go.
Operating from the gun. Here's Sanders. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready.
Play action, Sanders. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown! The Mounties put up points to begin the game. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
Dortch now to return it. Good work so far. He's got room. He's at the 30. And he's out of bounds. They'll have goal to go already as they take it over at the 9.
Hey, I know we all wanted to see him finish that score. His teammates certainly did as he was rolling down the field. But this offense will tip the cap and say thank you kindly and try to go finish the touchdown off themselves.
Trying to run it in, Connor. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Gets it again. And this defense standing tall. They keep him out of the end zone. Only a yard on the pickup. That leaves him with 3rd and goal at the 6.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
Backed up the last 2 plays. Got to go in the right direction here. It's 3rd and goal. Right back to Connor. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They maybe get a yard there. Still can't manage to run it in. That's going to bring up 4th and goal. The kick by Ryman is good. And they've taken back the lead.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. That's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Rindo to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
Ready, ready.
Offense to the line. Here we go.
Here we go.
On the handoff. Here's Scannaboo. That one only good for a couple. It's 2nd down.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Come on. Ready.
It's Scannaboo on 2nd down. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
60 bikes. Ready.
They'll throw. 3rd and long. Big strike here to Moore. He's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 41.
And a Portland 1st down.
Driving forward with Scannaboo. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. Pickup of 12 on that play. And they'll have 1st down.
That's another Portland
Ready.
1st down.
Working out of the gun, Sanders. This one's out to Pearsall on the left side. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
At the 28-yard line.
Hot 70.
Running with Scannaboo. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Zayvon Collins in on the tackle.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. Nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
A quarter down, 3 more to go for these NFC West opponents. We've got a close one here. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Third down and 2 here. The offense coming to the line for its 7th play of this drive.
Ready. 60 Eagles. Let's go.
There he is on 3rd and short. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And it's 4th and short. We'll see if they go for it. That field goal unit is still on the sidelines. They are going for this.
Ready. 19 charge. Ready.
Sanders going to throw on forward. Chased out to his right. They'll make a big for it on the ground. And give him the 1st down on that run, partner, as Sanders slides to a stop.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide in practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
And he runs this one in for the touchdown. The Mounties take a 2nd quarter lead. So great work by the running back there, Brock. He saw a little bit of space, took advantage, and he took it all the way for 6.
So good, Kate. You'll hear running back coaches say this: slow to and then explode through. And that's exactly what he did. Slow to the hole, but explodes for the touchdown.
It's all lined up. Morstead ready to send this flying. Dortch now to return it. And the tackle's made as he gets it out to the 32.
They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
All right, they're out and set. Here we go, 1st and 10. Setting him on the dive. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground. You can throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
Playing favorites with the fullback here. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. They get 13 on the pickup, and it'll give them a 1st down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in the pocket for a later occasion.
First down carry for Connor. Has a hole left, room to run. Running in the red zone. He makes it in for the touchdown. The Armadillos take a 2nd quarter lead. It's a James Conner touchdown. And this one thankfully not off the mark. He gets it to go. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Has this at the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here we go now. Time to start this drive. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Sanders. On the move. Headed right. He's running with it. He doesn't slide down and he pays for it. A big shot sends him to the ground.
Pete, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But it nets the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
Ready! Steady!
Throwing from the gun here. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
Let's go now!
The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half.
Ready up!
So it looks like they're going to line up and go for this. 4th and 4.
Hawk 70! Hawk 70! 60 Eagles! 60 Eagles! Set up! Ready, ready, hut! Ready!
They'll go. It's Sanders. Throw caught by his running back. And he stops. The call to go for it from their own side backfires on him with a turnover on downs. And now some great field position.
Do you think maybe, just maybe, there's a chance of having too much confidence offensively? That's not a spot you want to see a team going for it on 4th down. And now it puts their defense right on the hook to try and pick them up after that miscue on 4th.
1st down, ball at the 36. Dive up the middle. And he'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
That is just a great drive start. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Love this. He gets another one. Keep feeding that fullback, baby. And they'll start some work to do now on 3rd down as he only manages to get back to the line of scrimmage.
It's a gain of yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Try to run it with Connor. That short gain is enough for a new set of down.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there, making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's yours. It's caught at the 4. Touchdown! The Armadillos push this to an 8-point game. Trey McBride, the touchdown. So this solid first half continues for them. They're into the end zone to extend their advantage.
And I think if you're a head coach here, Kate, you've got to be very happy with the effort so far. They've come out strong. They've been the ones dictating the tempo, and as a result, they add to the scoreboard.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Gorindo to return it. He's brought down just inside the 25.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Offense to the line. Here we go. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Now Sanders. Screen here for Scatterboo. And this play reaches the 35 before he comes to an end. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
This is reeled in by Jawan Jennings. And he'll get it up to the 44.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
On the ground, it's Scatterboo. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
Chances of stalling this drive defensively seem bleak, but how about now? Look at those odds changing, Kate. Still not great, but you could feel a little momentum on their side. Maybe they could muster it up and get back-to-back stops.
It's on target to Moore. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And they're going to have a first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless. He took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
On 1st down, here's Sanders. Finds the in route complete. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. A big completion for the rookie out of Colorado. It gets his guys a first.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard
19
line.
Tiger, 19 Tiger. Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready.
To throw now is Sanders. Brought in right side by Moore. Nothing to speak of after that catch as the completion gets him down to the 21. They'll come up on 1st and 10.
Portland, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the
Cowboy
21-yard line.
He's going to throw it again. Buys time, rolling right. He can run it. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out. Offense to the line, 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd
Let's
and
go
5.
now. Bronco 80.
Sanders back to throw. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage. We've hit the 2-minute warning now in Portland. And it's the Mounties with 3rd and 5. With a gun, here's Sanders. Escapes the pocket. Finds Scatterbill on the dump off. And he will take this in. Touchdown! The Mounties make it a one-score game before halftime. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. When you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s when we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. That's well done.
We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Dortch now to return it. Good work so far. He's got room. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Play straight ahead. He's got a gain of 6 there. Jason Pinnock there on the tackle. Offense in the hurry up here.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
Going right back to the fullback. Next play. Fighting for all he can, partner, but this play is not going to get past the line. It's going to be 3rd down.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this. It's over. Over.
And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it. Leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Looks like they're going to line up and go for this. 4th and 4. Timeout taken by the defense. They're 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. On 4th down, they'll bring out Blake Gillikin to punt it away. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. And he can't find anything as he goes out of bounds. Nothing on that return. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. 60 Bison, 60. Ready, right?
They're going to throw out of the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll manage what he can up to the 48. That was Max Melton who held him down there. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
Hot 70, hot 70. Ready.
Here's Robinson up the middle. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up 3rd down. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9, all the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter. Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Down. Ready.
They're going for this. Makes a desperate throw for the end zone. And that's incomplete in the end zone. Could have been 6 points, but as that one falls, Brock, instead just a turnover on downs.
Hey, drops happen. It's a part of the game. But unfortunately, that's an opportunity he and his offense can't get back. 6 points that literally went right off his hands.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Straight ahead, it's Connor. And they're able to grind him to a halt after snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. It's no good. He needed more leg, and he sent it too far right. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports.
Chad Ryland to kick off.
The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. Here's a return from the 7.
Odell Beckham on the return. They'll take over. First down and 10.
All right, they're out and set. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Scatterboo here on the toss. These drives quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Gave away a couple on the first down run. Now it's going to be 2nd and 12.
Second and 12. At the 25-yard line.
To the air, Sanders. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Pulled in by his back, Scatterboo. They cross the 40. Nice run there. 30. Hits the 20. And he's in. Touchdown. The Mounties take the lead right away in half number 2.
I think he'll take his highlights, however. He can get one hand out, pin out the pass. It really doesn't matter. The important thing is he gets the ball. He gets the touch. He can do his damage big time.
On is Moody for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Mounties jump in front now by 5. It's all lined up. Morstead ready to send this flying. Dortch now to return it. Making some progress here. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled.
For the life of me, I will never understand why you give that returner another shot after he already took one to the house. You could feel it. He's brimming with confidence. He wants you to kick the ball to him, and he nearly took a second one to the house again. He now sets his team up with great field position.
His quick throw knocked away, incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
On the shotgun, Ewers. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. You got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing them. Their work doubly as difficult now after that holding call. It's 2nd and 20. From the shotgun, it's Ewers. Makes the connection to James Conner. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
It's McBride downfield, and he's got it. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. From 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really crave man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas, Clark, and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3. Offense up to the line fast. Back-to-back carries here. And 2nd down only works out for a yard.
Okay, that's a quick hitter to the big guy, and that's what you normally expect to see out of it. Not a huge gain, just pick it up a little bit before they stall him out.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Conner on the inside give. gets him at the line. That's going to bring up fourth down.
They've got to run the ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
So it looks like they're going to line up and go for this. 4th and 4. Turnover. Well, whether they recover that one or not, either way, they were turning the ball over there. But no doubt, probably stings a little bit extra fumbling it away instead of just being stopped short.
It sure does, because look at the defense. Look at what you just gave them momentum-wise. Not just the ball, but the spirit of those guys knowing, yeah, they not only stuff you, they can rip that ball away from you, too.
2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
These are the kind of runs, Kate, that just soften up a defense. Keep working on them, keep working on them. And eventually you're going to break one of those counters for even bigger yardage.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
Sanders going to look to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that gives them the first.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
Let's go.
To the air on 1st down. Sanders vacates quickly left side. They gain 14 on the play. And that'll give them a 1st down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
And he's able to tip this one in for the touchdown. The Mounties capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead.
And that right there is why you continue to feed a running back. Definitely the most we've seen him do with any touch this game. That's exactly what the doctor ordered.
That one splits the uprights. And the Mounties push the lead up to 12. It's all lined up. Morstead ready to send this flying. On the return, here's Jones. And this drive will start inside the 25. First call here coming from the shotgun. Now it's yours. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. DeGrill Peppers with the pick. And the Mounties are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. They've got 1st down from the 31.
At the 31-yard line.
Back to throw. Here's Sanders. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. After the incompletion, still at that 31-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Panther 60.
Throwing again here, Sanders. The lateral goes haywire. Live ball. Recovered by the defense. The 30. The 10. And they will not score. They needed one more step to make it, but they are going to take over at the goal line. Intended target was his running back. Well, I love that. There was no thought of just covering it up, was there? He just grabbed it, instantly got his eyes upfield, and was looking for where to return it.
I think you could hear what I could hear, Kate. What we hear on a practice field, scoop and score, scoop and score.
Yep.
They work on it, they rep it, they teach it. They did the scooping, and now it's incumbent on the offense to go score.
Fullback trying to power it across. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
And defense wins this rep. That's stopped at the line, and now they've got 3rd and goal.
Okay, this is going to be a fascinating call because defensively, you've stopped the run twice down. I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one.
19 Chargers.
Oh, fullback's got it. Look at the power. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. Just 1 yard and the goal line stand continues. That brings up 4th and goal.
You know, how often do we talk about awareness and it's always offense, offense, offense? Well, this is a great case for the defensive awareness. The ball went to a secondary ball carrier, and the defense was aware enough to cut him down. A big red zone stop.
And they stop him. No touchdown, no first down. That's a turnover on downs near the end zone.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Completes it downfield to Pearsall. And this gets him well away from danger as he is up past their 20. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Sanders. And someone steps in. It's intercepted. Jaden Thompson makes the play. And the Armadillos take over as he records his 10th career INT. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Connor here from the gun. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
On 2nd down, run with Connor. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
It's a gain of 1 yard. And it's 3rd down.
Third down, 1 yard to go. Oh, and they're going to have a fullback trying power for it. And he's going to have enough for the 1st down, not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
I know they had bigger visions when they called that play. This is one of those spots, Kate, where when a defense is dialed in, especially in the red zone, it's very tough to surprise them with anything.
Trying to run it in, Connor. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you dial it up because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on 1st and goal, it sets the table for more success.
Go to him again. And he's stonewalled by this run right at the 3. Only manages 1 yard on that run, so now they'll need 3 on 3rd and goal.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you kind of set yourself up. Actually, you've set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
So they'll have some time to prepare for 3rd and goal. We're at the end of our 3rd quarter. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. Running for it with Connor. And the run will not work. He is soft at the line. This is going to be 4th and short.
These are the moments, and these are the kind of calls, Kate, that this offensive coordinator makes us when you just get, well, you get stuffed on a run. And now you got 4th and goal. What are you going to do?
19 Charger, 19 Charger.
go, Connor. And he gets in, touchdown. The Armadillos parlay the interception into points. It's a James Conner touchdown. So, Brock, they take a gamble, and it pays off with a big touchdown on 4th and goal.
And they do it on the ground as well, and that just speaks volumes. That's confidence that you can own this line of scrimmage, and your back will see a lane and will get the job done. That just infuses your team and your sidelines with so much confidence.
The window to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ready, ready.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Set it. Set 70,
Back to work after throwing the pick. Big strike here to Moore. And he's going to have this up and across midfield, partner, to the 48. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
65, 6.
Sanders going to throw here on 1st. Brought in. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
The Scatterby here on his own lead. And that one doesn't get him much. Give him maybe a yard. It's 3rd down.
On the stop. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs.
Ready.
And Scatterby on 3rd. This gets the 1st and more. And they are set up excellently. This is down to the 18. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on broadcast, but let me tell you.
Oh, he lost the football! Scooped up by the defense. And that right there is going to be the spot they take over as they pick up a couple extra yards on the fumble return.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security's a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
First call here coming from the shotgun.